Hey guys, it's Aaron from Key of Aaron. Today I'm going to be doing a quick video on how to find all the notes all the way across the fretboard of your guitar. This is something that all guitarists eventually want to be able to do, whether you're playing other people's songs, or if you're jamming with other people, or if you like to create songs, or if you're a songwriter. It's always good to, as easily and as quickly as possible, be able to find the notes all the way across the fretboard of your guitar. So I'm going to go over one quick tip that'll help with that. But first, I'm going to review the open strings for those of you that aren't sure what they are. If you guys know the open strings, you can probably skip a few seconds or a minute ahead to catch what's going on the fretboard. So for the open strings, going from low to high, there's a little phrase I like to use that helps to memorize what the strings are. And that's Eddie, 8, dynamite, good, bye, Eddie. So starting on the low string, we have E for Eddie. Then moving on, we have A for 8. And then we have D for dynamite. Then we have G for good. B for bye. And then E for Eddie. So once you got a good grasp of the open strings, then you can start trying to figure out what's going on across the fretboard. So how do you memorize all the notes across the fretboard? It can be very overwhelming and intimidating because there's so many notes on the fretboard. So I'd suggest not trying to memorize all the notes on the fretboard. Instead, there's one rule that I have that can apply across any string of the fretboard to give you all the notes going across it. And this rule applies only to the natural notes, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then starting over to A, B, C, starting over with A, then going B, C, D, E, F, G again. But if you're trying to find your sharps and flats, you can find that afterwards if you can get a good grasp on the natural notes. So with the natural notes, when you're going from one note to the next, you're always going a whole step, except in between B and C and E and F. We'll look at that right now on the low E string. So we're starting on E, and then right away we have E to F, right? So that's going to be a half step. And then we have F to G, which is a whole step. We have G to A, which is also a whole step. We have A to B, which is a whole step. Now we're at B. That's one of the half step intervals. So we have B to C is going to be a half step up. C to D, whole step. D to E is a whole step. And now you're at E again, right? So you can start it over. E to F is a half step again. So you can apply this across any of the strings. You just have to start on that letter of the string. So if you want to do from A string, A, whole step to B, half step to C, whole step to D, whole step to E, and so on. So once you kind of got a good handle on that, then you can start finding your sharps and flats. So a sharp is going a half step above the given note, and a flat is going a half step below the note. So if someone tells you to find an F sharp, you have to first find F. So we have E going a half step up to F, then F sharp, you bring it a half step up. And then if someone asks you to find a flat, let's use A flat as an example, and you want to find the A flat on the low E string, you're going to start on E, half step up to F, whole step to G, whole step to A. Then you want to bring that A flat, so you're going to bring it a half step down, and you have A flat. So again, this rule just applies to the natural notes, but once you find the natural notes, it's easy to find the sharps and flats. And eventually you're going to start memorizing certain landmarks on the guitar, depending on like what notes are being used in the songs that you play. So someone that plays more of this note, which is in E, if you play that a lot within one song, and you play that song a lot, you'll probably memorize that's in E a little bit quicker than someone else that might not play that same song. So not a bad thing to memorize the guitar. You're gonna eventually end up memorizing certain spots on the guitar. But to start off, I think it's hard to try to memorize the whole fretboard. I think instead just use the rule of between any two notes you're going up a whole step, except between B and C and E and F. So I hope that helped. Those of you that are looking for ways to figure out the fretboard. If you guys found it helpful, if you liked the video, please feel free to comment. And if you would like to see more, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.